This is a brief overview of my gaming and movies PC. This rig is only used for gaming and movies. Please keep this in mind whilst I show you the components that are inside the system. The PC case I am using is the Cooler Master Elite 130 ITX case. It features a 120mm fan at the front and an 80mm fan near the back. Okay, so let's see what's on the inside. I thought you guys might be interested in my DIY dust filters. Whilst there are dust filters for this case available on the market, they are expensive and they are in the US. This can push the cost up even further when it comes to shipping, and you often have to wait a great deal of time for it to get through customs. These dust filters were made using magnetic tape and cheap net curtains from the local Home Depot. A small bit of nail varnish on the back of the tape helps keep the netting firmly in place. Okay, power supply first. I'm using the Corsair CX600M. A 600 watt power supply is enough for what I need. This is the ASRock FM2A85X ITX motherboard. It uses the PCI Express 2 standard, UEFI BIOS, and allows overclocking. The processor in this rig is the AMD A8 5600K. Now, as I said, bear in mind this is only used for gaming and watching movies. I did a lot of research before building this rig, and I did consider getting the Intel i5 4670K. However, when comparing the two processors in the Firestrike benchmark, the minimum and average frames per second in the combined test were almost identical. Now, I understand this will change depending on the game and the way it is coded, but I have played through BioShock Infinite and Batman Arkham Origins without any signs of slowdown or bottleneck. Considering the price difference at the time of making this video is nearly £100, it's not a choice I regret. The processor is cooled using the Corsair H60 all-in-one liquid cooler. Whilst it would be entirely possible to fit an H80i in push-pull, it would be completely unnecessary for the processor that I have. I had also originally intended to just use a standard 3.5-inch hard drive. This would have meant that the H80i in push-pull would not have fitted. The stock fan has been replaced with a Noctua NF12. Storage is the Crucial M500 SSD. This is the 480GB model. At the time of making this video, it was the best value for money SSD on the market. Boot time from BIOS to a fully loaded desktop is under 30 seconds. I am using Kingston HyperX Beast RAM running at 1600 MHz. While the processor does support faster memory, it would not benefit from it in this situation as I am using a dedicated GPU. The GPU I am using is a Sapphire HD 7870. This is essentially the equivalent to the newer R9 270X. However, this does have slightly slower VRAM. Luckily, this particular GPU is a very good overclocker. Whilst I have been unable to match the VRAM speeds on the R9 270X, I have managed to overclock the core clock to 1200 MHz. I have been able to play most recent titles at ultra settings at 60 frames a second. This includes the likes of BioShock Infinite and Batman Arkham Origins. Of course, no gaming rig is any good without the peripherals to support it, so let me just talk you through what I use. As you can see, I use the Xbox 360 controller for most games. This rig is designed to be played either on a sofa or in bed, not at a desk. I use a wireless Logitech keyboard when traditional PC controls are needed. However, this rig generally boots straight into Steam Big Picture mode, so the keyboard is not used very often. This is the Optoma HD131xe full 3D 1080p projector. And this is the 100-inch projected screen I get when using it. Just to give you a bit of comparison, this is a 42-inch HD TV. This takes up most of my wall. And last but not least, although I do have a sound system, I tend to game and watch movies using my Bose Quiet Comfort 15 acoustic noise cancelling headphones. There is nothing more immersive than having a whole wall dedicated to the game screen and having all external sound blocked out. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Please leave a like and feel free to comment if you have anything to add. I do generally try to respond to all comments I get within a couple of hours.